Hello, this is IELTS Explorer with Incan, your home of latest scholarship updates and all the IELTS tips that will help you secure a minimum band score of 7. So subscribe if you haven't done so. To my returning viewers and subscribers, welcome back. And to my new viewers, you are welcome. In today's video, we are going to look at the fully funded Knight-Hennessy Scholars Program for international students at Stanford University in the US. Guys, this is a very great opportunity to grab, and I'm sure you will not want to miss this opportunity. So I want you to stay with me as we go through this scholarship. Let's get to know all that we have to know about this scholarship and make a decision if you are eligible. Now let's look at the brief description of this scholarship. This scholarship is offered by the Stanford University, and the course level is graduate degree program. It is fully funded and it is for international students. The award can be taken in US. So what is the eligibility criteria? It is for all nationalities, and these are the various courses or qualifications that are offered in this scholarship. You have MA, MBA, MFA, MPP, as you can see over here, LLM. We have the Juris Doctor, we have the Doctor of Medicine, PhD, Doctor of Musical Arts. All of them are over here. So this is a very great opportunity. Let's continue. All graduate programs at Stanford University, only for graduate degrees. So that is what I just talked about. First or bachelor's degree enrolling in 2022 or later. And this is a great opportunity for our juniors or our sisters and brothers who are in university right now. If you are still in college studying for your first or bachelor's degree, you are eligible to apply as long as you complete your first or bachelor's degree before you enroll as a graduate student at Stanford. Even if you have earned a graduate degree already, you remain eligible for consideration as long as you earned your first or bachelor's degree within 4 years of applying and 5 years of enrolling. So that is a very good opportunity. Other eligibility requirements. Beyond the eligibility requirement listed above, you are eligible for the Knight-Hennessy Scholars Program as long as you meet the requirement of the Stanford graduate programs that you wish to pursue. You must complete the entire application process for your department, including any standardized tests that your discipline requires, that is GMAT, GRE, LSAT, MCAT, etc. And if needed, an English proficiency test. While we expect Knight-Hennessy scholars to have performed well, the good news is that there is no minimum requirement for your grades or scores. So that is the good news over there. So how do you apply? The mode of application is online. Applicant must submit an application form to get this graduate opportunity. You get to know very shortly that you have to submit 2 application forms, one for this scholarship and one for admission into your graduate program at Stanford University. The supporting document that you need to attach comprise of your online admission, the unofficial or self-reported transcript, scores on standardized tests if required, a CV, 2 recommendation letters, 2 personal essays, 2 short answer responses, a video submission. So for those who will be successful, they will be required to submit a video telling the committee about themselves and all that. The English language requirement. Scores on standardized tests for admission as required by the graduate program that you are pursuing. So for GMAT for MBA, LSAT for JD, Juris Doctor program, MCAT for MD program, as you can see over here. So what are the benefits that you can get from this scholarship? So like I earlier indicated, it is a fully funded scholarship and it covers tuition, stipend, graduate program, and related academic expenses with additional financial support, including fellowship applied directly to cover tuition and associated fees, stipend for living and academic expenses such as room and board, books, academic supplies, instructional materials, local transportation, and reasonable personal expenses. There's also a travel stipend intended to cover an economy class ticket for one annual trip to and from Stanford. Additional funding specific to certain years. So we have newly enrolling scholars receive a one-time relocation stipend intended to offset some of the costs associated with relocation to the area and or technology purchases. Scholars in their second and third years may apply for supplemental funds to support academic enrichment activities. So let's go to the university's website and get to know more about this scholarship. So when you go to the university's website, that is Stanford University, this is what you see. So this is their home. So at the home tab, you can see visit the admission section to see application requirement for the 2023 cohort. So let's click there and see what will happen. So you can see there are a lot of admission information over here. Let's go to preparing your application. So the deadline for the Knight-Hennessy scholars is 12 October of this year, but the deadline for the degree program varies by the program, so you will have to check it up yourself. You are supposed to submit 2 applications. So why do you have to submit 2 applications? Let's read more about those 2 applications. Each incoming Knight-Hennessy scholar must also apply to be accepted by and enroll in a full-time Stanford graduate degree program. Unless you have already been offered and deferred admission to a full-time Stanford graduate degree program, or you are a first-year Stanford PhD student applying to join Khs in your second year, you must submit 2 separate applications, one to Knight-Hennessy scholars and one to your desired Stanford graduate degree program. So let's look at the 2 applications. So at the left side we have the Khs and at the right side we have the degree program. Let's look at the purpose. The Khs application invites you to make your case for selection by demonstrating independence of thought, purposeful leadership, and a civic mindset. That of the degree program is over here. The application opens. The application for the Khs is scheduled to be open on 1st July of this year, but that of the degree program varies by the program, so you have to consult your graduate degree program directly. The deadline for the Khs, that is the scholarship, is 12 October 2022. That of the course again varies by the program. Notification date, like I said, video statement invitations sent on rolling basis throughout January. So finalists will be notified on January 25th and scholars notified on May 14th. This is for the Khs scholars, but that of the degree program varies by the program, so you have to again consult your degree program directly for more information. The requirements. So for the Khs, you have to submit online application, your CV, your transcript and test scores if required, recommendation letters, short answers and essay. Similar thing applies to the degree program, and the requirement varies by the program, so you should have to consult your program for more information. The test score policy. For the Khs, it follows the practices of your graduate degree program. If your graduate degree program does not require standardized tests, then you do not need to submit any with your Knight-Hennessy Scholar Program application. If otherwise, then you have to attach. That of the degree program varies by the program. So what about the application fee? You don't have to pay any application fee for the scholarship opportunity, but that of the degree program you have to pay the admission fee. Acknowledgement of other application. For the Khs, you indicate the Stanford graduate degree program to which you apply. In your Stanford graduate degree program application, you indicate that you are applying to Knight-Hennessy scholars. So what is the selection committee for that of KHS, it will be reviewed by KHS Admission Committee, whilst that of the degree program will be reviewed by the Admission Committee for your desired program. So let's look at the application procedure for this scholarship. So you have to create your 2 online applications as early as possible. You don't need to complete the application at once. You may save your progress and return as needed. You have to enter your recommenders information as early as possible. This allows your recommenders ample time to submit their letters. You have to also complete the various sections of the application. You have to submit the online application by their respective deadlines. You will not be able to edit your KHS application once you submit it, with the exception of test scores, recommenders, and your intended Stanford graduate degree program. Lastly, if your Stanford graduate degree program requires test scores and you receive new scores after submitting your KHS application, update test scores for KHS through your application status page. So when you check the additional instruction, you can see that there's a PDF sample of the application for the autumn 2022 intake. So when you check this PDF file, you can see a sample of the form over here. So this is a sample of the 2022 autumn KHS form. So we have the background, personal background information. So these are just basic information that when the portal is open, you can easily key in those details. But the tips here is that you have to make sure, if you are tired in submitting the application, just pause, but you have to make sure that you respect the deadline. So make sure you get all the ample information and submit accordingly. So this is about a little information about the application procedure. It is not open, so you might not see the portal activated. So when it is open on 1st July, you can submit your application. Let's come to the program overview. Here you'll get to know the details of the benefits concerning this scholarship, as I earlier indicated on the previous page. So financial support for cost of attendance. KHS receive funding for up to 3 years for any graduate degrees at Stanford. This funding applies to the degrees to which scholars are preparing to enroll at the time of scholar selection. This is very, very important. During each of the first 3 years of graduate study, KHS receives several types of funding. So these types of funding, I've talked about them already. Additional funding specific to certain years, I've also captured it. So let's look at, this is very, very important. So these are the various degree programs and their year of funding. Again, KHS funding is for maximum of 3 years. So for MA, MBA, MFA, MPP, MS, DSM, MLS, LLM, so the years of funding is 1 to 2 years. So as you can see, all these are over here. You can read for yourself. One thing I want to indicate or point out here is that of the MD, Doctor of Medicine. So for year 4 and 5, there is further information down here. The medical school will fund the remaining years consistent with its standard funding commitment to MD students, which consists of tuition support and stipend. So guys, this is the great opportunity and offer that I wanted you to know about. It is being offered by Stanford University in US. I want you to review all the eligibility requirements, get all your documents ready if you are eligible, and apply. Never doubt it. The only way you not get this scholarship is not to apply. So just have the faith. Make sure you get all your documents, apply, and you might be successful, and your future dreams of studying in one of the best universities in US, that is the Stanford Universities, might be realized. I've covered a lot of good scholarship offers in my earlier videos. Make sure you check them out at the end of this video. Subsequently, I'll be covering a lot of good scholarship offers that you might want to know. So if you have not subscribed to this channel, make sure you subscribe so that you not miss those opportunities. And make sure you also share this information. A lot of people don't know this and other information that I've already covered. Make sure you share to them, and so that they can also enjoy these offers. So till then, bye.